Hello everyone, welcome back to Next Step Immigration. We trust you're doing great today. A state-sponsored permanent residency visa type for skilled workers and their immediate family members is the Subclass 190 Skilled Nominated Visa. In contrast to the Subclass 189 visa, the applicant for this visa must file an expression of interest with the chosen state, meet all occupational criteria for that state, and provide any necessary documentation. To increase your options, you may also set the default to any state, as each state has its own state nomination program that varies significantly in how it is implemented. If your occupation is in demand in a certain state or territory, you do not meet the requirements for a skilled independent visa, and you want to work and reside permanently in Australia, the Skilled Nomination Visa, which is a points-based visa, is the best option for you. We'll walk you through both the simplified application process and the comprehensive nomination process in this video. How do you receive nomination? You must submit an expression of interest on Skill Select in order to be nominated for a Subclass 190 visa. Once completed, the governments of the states and territories can review your EOI and determine whether to nominate you. The governments of the states and territories may designate you if your line of work is in demand in those states or territories. You do not have to get a nomination from a state or territorial government before submitting your expression of interest. Once you have received a nomination, you may easily edit the information in your expression of interest, and your chances of being invited to apply for a Skilled Nomination Visa Subclass 190 will increase as a result. Lists known as state and territory migration plans typically contain the professions that a state or territory government may propose. Typically, nomination takes place after you indicate your desire to be nominated by a state or territory during the Skill Select process. How do you apply? There are many steps in the Subclass 190 visa application process. 1. An Australian state or territory government agency must first nominate you. 2. You will get a skills assessment report from the evaluating authority, which you must submit with your visa application. 3. You have to use the Skill Select system to submit an expression of interest. State and territory governments will have access to your expression of interest and, should they be interested, they will nominate you for a visa. 4. After receiving an invitation to apply for a visa, you will have 60 days to send in a full visa application together with all necessary supporting documentation. Finally, you will be able to move on with applying for a visa, and all required documentation, such as your skills assessment report, results from your English language exam, records of your character and health, and identification documentation, must be provided. Which occupation list can you be on? Those whose jobs are listed on the short-term skilled occupation list or the medium and long-term strategic skills list are eligible for this visa. Each list has a distinct collection of jobs, most of which are very obvious from their titles. Occasionally, you may come across some jobs that are a little more difficult to categorize. In this case, you will have to check up that specific ANZSCO and review the responsibilities that are stated. Your score is determined by a number of criteria, which include your age and proficiency in English. Keep in mind that if you apply for this kind of visa, your state nomination will earn you an extra 5 points. Depending on how many applications the Department of Home Affairs receives, there are differences in the processing time for Subclass 190 visas. 6 to 12 months are typically needed to process an application for a Subclass 190 visa. This timeline, however, may take longer if more information is needed or if processing takes longer than expected. Once a case officer receives your 190 visa application, they may do identity checks and evaluate the facts you have provided, including employment, character, and health, before deciding whether to approve your visa application. Please note that your visa application may be denied by a case officer without asking for more details or supporting documentation. That will be all in this video. Please share your opinions with us in the comments area. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable the notification bell to receive updates on job and immigration news. Thanks for watching. Good luck.